With a net worth of over $40 billion, Jack Ma is the fourth richest man in China and is the co-founder of e-commerce giant Alibaba. Alibaba is China's biggest digital marketplace, and it is responsible for an estimated 80% of all online sales in China. The 57-year-old billionaire has a truly inspiring story as a self-made billionaire. He started as an English teacher, where he made just $12 a month. It was said that he applied to Harvard University, and they rejected him 10 times. He was also turned down for jobs at over 30 companies, including KFC. However, with the entrance of the internet, Ma saw an opportunity, and with no background in tech or business, he enlisted the help of 17 of his friends in 1999. The idea of the platform was to connect Chinese customers with manufacturers, and after an initially rocky start, Ma was able to find his footing by the mid-2000s. In 2014, Alibaba went public in what was recorded as the largest IPO in US history. At the time, the sale made Ma the richest man in China. Aside from his e-commerce company, the company now owns the South China Morning Post and even a movie studio that has invested in movies such as Mission Impossible, Rogue Nation, and Star Trek Beyond. Ma's business ventures have continued to rake in money, making him a very, very rich man. On September the 10th of 2019, he stepped down as chairman of Alibaba. However, his bank account still sits pretty. So let's take a look at how billionaire Jack Ma spends his money. Jack splurges on real estate. This should be no surprise. Ma owns 28,100 acres in New York's Adirondacks. He paid $23 million for the estate called Brandon Park, which is roughly 30 miles northwest of Lake Placid. His main motivation for buying it was for conservation reasons. However, reports say that he plans to use it as a vacation home from time to time. The estate includes more than 9 miles of the St. Regis River, as well as lakes, streams, ponds, forests, and a 1940s log camp behind its gated entrance. It has 2 homes on the property, as well as a horse farm. Ma also owns 2 historic French vineyards in the south of France, which he snapped up for nearly $14 million. He bought Chateau Gouret and Chateau Perrenne, which date back to the 18th century. The Chateau Perrenne is spread over 64 hectares in the Blé Côte de Bourg appellation, and it produces about 500,000 bottles of red and white wine annually. The Chateau Gouret, on the other hand, is the oldest estate in the Côte de Bourg appellations. It is spread over 20 hectares, and it produces 84,000 bottles of red wine every year. It also includes a magnificent 18th century country house. Reports have it that more than 100 properties in France's southwest wine-producing area are owned by Chinese tycoons looking to diversify their fortunes, and Jack Ma happens to be one of them. Ma still owns the apartment at Lakeside Gardens where he started Alibaba 20 years ago, just like garages where many multi-million-dollar companies started from, such as Apple, Google, and Hewlett-Packard. Ma's apartment in Hangzhou is now a shrine. But instead of leaving it to turn into an old dusty place, Ma has turned it into a working shrine. He now sends his most talented programmers, web designers, and product managers back there to the place where it all began. This was in an effort to help them channel their inner Jack Ma. He hoped that them working at the Lakeside Gardens apartment would inspire them to create the next best Alibaba product. And this effort did not go to waste, because it was reported that some of the biggest and most successful products were launched in that very apartment. Products such as Alipay, Tmall, and Taobao, which have all made billions of dollars for the company. The Lakeside Gardens apartment features 6 bedrooms, a state-of-the-art workout facility, indoor and outdoor basketball facilities, foosball and pool tables. Many of the employees reported that they were happy to work in Ma's old apartment rather than the brand new office, and we can see why. Jack Ma reportedly owns a mansion at 22 Baker Road in Hong Kong. It was built in 1949 and renovated in the early 2000s. The Chinese internet mogul was said to have purchased the property for $191 million. He was said to have bought the house from Francis Yun Tin Fan, who was the former Hong Kong Stock Exchange CEO. The house has 4 en-suite rooms, 3 bathrooms, and 7 living rooms. It also features 4 big balconies across 4 stories and a rooftop terrace. It boasts a 220-degree view of Victoria Harbour. Next to the house is a 20,000 square foot private garden that includes a lawn and a small forest. The inside of the house was furnished with a mixture of Chinese and Western styles, satin sofas, folding screens, black and white checkered floors, and artfully rumpled ceiling-to-floor curtains. But despite having billions, Jack probably doesn't splurge as much as you'd expect on cars. He owns and still drives a Rowe RX-5 SUV that costs just $15,000. He also owns a BMW 760 Li that costs him $290,000. A Mercedes Maybach 62S is also part of his car collection, with a price tag of $500,000. Aside from his humble car collection, Jack Ma owns a private jet. He bought the Gulfstream 550 jet for $49.7 million, and he uses it to travel between properties. Ma also owns the Gulfstream G650ER, which cost him $70 million. The G650ER is a twin-engine business jet that boasts a range of 7,500 nautical miles, or 13,890 kilometers. Wow! Ma also owns a luxury super yacht called Yacht Zen. This super yacht is a vertical bowed motor yacht with 5 decks, and it measures 289 feet long. It can accommodate up to 16 guests with a crew of 25, and it was built in the Netherlands. Besides his planes, yachts and real estate, Jack Ma has been known to foot the bills for his legendary parties, and he's even known as the life of the party. His most impressive celebration was his retirement party in 2019. Ma rented out an Olympic-sized stadium for a massive celebration with 60,000 of his employees. It featured an employee parade and a rendition of Josh Groban's "You Raise Me Up" by Jack himself. But despite his wealth, Ma has noted that his billions come with a responsibility to spend on behalf of society. This idea has launched him into philanthropic efforts aimed at healthcare, the environment, and education. He founded the Jack Ma Foundation, a philanthropic organization that is focused on improving education and public health. In 2008, Alibaba donated $808,000 to the victims of the Sichuan earthquake. And in 2015, he launched a non-profit organization, Alibaba Hong Kong Young Entrepreneurs Foundation, that supports young entrepreneurs to help them grow their businesses. He funded the rebuilding of 1,000 houses damaged by the earthquake that hit Nepal. After he announced his retirement in 2019, he decided to pursue educational work, philanthropy, and environmental causes. By 2020, when the coronavirus pandemic hit, the Alibaba Foundation and Jack Ma Foundation launched various initiatives that involved donating medical supplies to the United States, as well as other countries in Asia, Africa, and Europe. All of these efforts earned him a spot on the Forbes list of Asia's 2019 Heroes of Philanthropy, and he was awarded the Malcolm S. Forbes Lifetime Achievement Award for his work in supporting underprivileged communities in China, Africa, Australia, and the Middle East. It is said that Ma loves meditating, playing poker, painting, and practicing Tai Chi. With his retirement already in motion and his numerous investments, it is sure that Jack Ma will not lack the funds to keep living his billionaire lifestyle. What are your thoughts on Jack Ma? Do you think he'll go down as one of the greatest businessmen in history? Let us know in the comments section. And for more videos like this, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and turn on that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Goodbye, Lux Cats. Until next time.